As we approach the winter of 2025-2026, a powerful force is brewing in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, La Niña. This phenomenon, often overshadowed by its more famous sibling El Niño, is quietly gathering strength beneath the surface, preparing to send ripples of change across the globe. Despite its gentle, almost innocent-sounding name, La Niña is anything but mild. This natural climate pattern has the potential to unleash dramatic and sometimes extreme weather changes, affecting millions of people worldwide. From the Americas to Asia and especially across Europe, its influence can be felt in the form of shifting temperatures, altered rainfall patterns, and most notably, the intensity of winter. At its core, La Niña is defined by a significant cooling of surface waters in the central and eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. This cooling is not just a local event, it sets off a complex chain reaction in the atmosphere, influencing weather far beyond the Pacific's borders. These oceanic changes disrupt global weather patterns, including the winter season in Europe. The effects can be both immediate and far-reaching, leading to colder temperatures, heavier snowfall, and more frequent storms across the continent. La Niña and its counterpart, El Niño, are two sides of the same coin, together forming what scientists call the ENSO cycle, the El Niño Southern Oscillation. While El Niño typically brings warmth and drier conditions to many regions, La Niña is known for ushering in colder, wetter, and sometimes harsher winters, especially in Europe. During a La Niña event, powerful trade winds intensify, pushing warm surface waters westward across the Pacific. This allows cold, nutrient-rich water to well up along the coast of South America, dramatically altering the ocean's temperature profile. This surge of cold water cools the air above, which in turn reduces cloud formation and rainfall in some regions, while paradoxically fueling intense storms and heavy precipitation in others. The result is a patchwork of weather extremes, with some areas experiencing drought and others facing relentless snow and ice. One of the most significant impacts of La Niña is its ability to disrupt the jet streams, those fast-moving high-altitude winds that steer weather systems around the globe. When these jet streams shift, they can bring prolonged cold spells and increased snowfall to Europe, making winters not only colder, but also more unpredictable. For Europe, this means that a distant event in the Pacific Ocean can end up dictating the severity and character of the winter season. Families, cities, and entire countries may find themselves preparing for a winter that is colder and snowier than anything seen in recent years. With the Pacific waters cooling and atmospheric patterns shifting, meteorologists across Europe are sounding the alarm. They warn that the coming winter could bring more frequent snowstorms, colder temperatures, and challenging conditions for travel and daily life. It's a reminder of just how interconnected our planet's climate truly is. The little girl of the Pacific, La Niña, is about to make her presence felt in a big way, reminding us that even the most distant forces of nature can shape our lives in profound and unexpected ways. La Niña acts like a puppeteer, tugging on the strings of global weather. Its main tool, the jet streams, which shift southward during La Niña winters. This shift lets Arctic air spill into Europe, turning mild winters into icy, snow-filled ones. Blocking highs, especially near Greenland, can lock in cold, dry air and divert the jet stream. The result? Frigid winds from Siberia and the Arctic sweep across Europe, bringing dramatic cold and snow. This pattern, called a negative North Atlantic oscillation, is closely tied to La Niña. La Niña doesn't directly cause snow in Europe, but it sets the stage for more frequent and intense cold snaps. Understanding this global ripple effect explains why Europe could be in for a record-breaking winter. Scientists agree, the coming winter in Europe is likely to be exceptionally snowy, thanks to a strengthening La Niña. Climate models and real-world data both point to a moderate to strong La Niña peaking during the critical winter months. Satellite and ocean readings confirm dropping sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, a classic La Niña signal. This setup favors a persistent negative North Atlantic oscillation, opening the door for Arctic air to dominate Europe. When this cold air meets moisture from nearby seas, heavy snowfall is likely. While weather is never certain, the alignment of models and observations gives forecasters high confidence. The message, Europe should prepare for a winter with above-average snowfall and colder than normal temperatures. La Niña is poised to end Europe's streak of mild winters. History has a way of repeating itself, especially when it comes to the weather. Looking back at previous La Niña winters, we can see clear patterns emerge, patterns that offer valuable lessons for what might lie ahead. These winters have left a lasting mark on Europe, shaping not just the landscape, but also the way people live and prepare for the coldest months of the year. Take the winter of 2010-2011 for example. During a particularly strong La Niña, the UK and Ireland experienced what became known as the Big Freeze. Airports like Heathrow were forced to close, entire cities ground to a halt, and roads became impassable under thick blankets of snow. Record low temperatures gripped the region, disrupting travel, business, and daily routines for weeks on end. The previous year, 2009-2010, was no different. Persistent snowfall led to the UK's coldest winter in decades, while Central and Eastern Europe found themselves buried under relentless snow for weeks. Communities struggled to keep up with the constant need to clear roads and keep essential services running. Going further back, the infamous Great Cold Wave of 1986-87 brought Siberian air deep into Western Europe. Rivers froze solid, snowdrifts blocked highways and railways, and the cold seemed unending. For many it was a winter that tested the limits of endurance and resilience. What ties these events together is a common meteorological thread, a blocking high-pressure system in the North Atlantic. This phenomenon acts like a wall, steering frigid Arctic air directly into Europe and setting the stage for prolonged cold spells and heavy snowfall. The consequences are far-reaching. Transport grinds to a halt, energy demands soar, and daily life is thrown into chaos. Commuters face treacherous journeys, and entire communities can become isolated by snow and ice. These aren't just stories from the past, they serve as stark warnings for the future. Each headline and photograph is a reminder of how quickly life can change when severe winter weather strikes. When La Niña is strong, the risk of extreme winter weather in Europe rises sharply. Blizzards, biting winds, and heavy snow become far more likely, threatening infrastructure and safety. By studying these past winters, meteorologists and researchers gain crucial insights. Understanding the patterns and impacts of previous La Niña events helps us better anticipate what might come and allows communities to prepare more effectively for the challenges ahead. The message from history is clear. La Niña winters demand respect, vigilance, and readiness. By learning from the past, we can face the future with greater confidence and resilience. Not all of Europe will get the same amount of snow this winter, but certain regions are clear hotspots for heavy snowfall. The continent's diverse geography and weather patterns mean that some areas will be blanketed in white, while others may only see a dusting, or even just cold rain. Let's break down where the snow is most likely to pile up. Northern and Central Europe, countries like Germany, Poland, and the Czech Republic, are directly in the path of cold, snow-producing winds sweeping down from the Arctic and Siberia. These regions often experience prolonged periods of snow, with city streets and rural areas alike transforming into winter wonderlands. Major cities such as Berlin, Warsaw, and Prague can expect frequent snowfalls, sometimes leading to travel disruptions and school closures. The UK and Ireland, especially their eastern regions, could see heavier snow than usual as frigid Arctic air collides with moist Atlantic systems. This combination can create sudden, intense snowstorms, blanketing both urban centers and the countryside. Even cities like London and Dublin, which don't always see much snow, may experience significant accumulations this year. Scandinavia, including Norway, Sweden, and Finland, is likely to face relentless blizzards and deep snowpacks, particularly in Norway's mountainous regions and Sweden's dense forests. These areas are accustomed to harsh winters, but this season could bring even more extreme conditions, with snowdrifts piling up and temperatures plunging well below freezing. The Alps, stretching across countries like Switzerland, Austria, and France, are expected to receive abundant snowfall. This is great news for ski resorts and winter sports enthusiasts, but it also raises the risk of avalanches and travel hazards. Local authorities are already issuing warnings and preparing for a busy winter season. Southern Europe, including parts of Italy and the Balkans, will generally be colder and drier than usual. However, rare snow events can still occur, occasionally disrupting daily life in cities like Milan, or in unexpected places across the Balkans. These rare snowfalls can catch residents off guard, leading to traffic delays and power outages. Even regions less accustomed to snow, such as parts of Spain, Portugal, or southern France, should be prepared for surprises. Unusual weather patterns can bring snow to places that haven't seen it in years, leaving locals both delighted and unprepared. The key takeaway is clear. Almost all of Europe faces a colder, potentially snowier winter than usual. From the far north to the Mediterranean coast, no region is entirely immune to the possibility of snow this season. Preparation is essential, no matter where you live. Stock up on winter supplies, check your heating systems, and stay informed about local weather forecasts. Being ready can make all the difference when winter weather arrives. A severe winter impacts every aspect of daily life. Transportation grinds to a halt. Roads, railways, and airports close, stranding travelers and disrupting supply chains. Energy demand soars as people heat their homes, straining power grids and gas supplies. Power outages become more likely, especially during prolonged cold spells. Schools and businesses may close for days, disrupting education and productivity. Healthcare faces challenges as emergency services struggle to reach those in need. Heavy snow can damage infrastructure, collapsing roofs, bursting pipes, and suspending municipal services. The constant need for snow removal strains local budgets and resources. Vulnerable populations are at greater risk, and daily routines are upended. A La Niña winter tests the limits of society's resilience. Preparation is key for a safe winter. Service your heating system and insulate your home to keep warm and save energy. Equip your car with winter tires and an emergency kit, blanket, food, water, and a shovel. Prepare for power outages with flashlights, batteries, and non-perishable food. If you rely on medical equipment, have a backup power plan. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those with mobility issues. Help clear snow and build community resilience. Simple steps now can make a big difference when winter hits. Face the coming La Niña winter with confidence and care. A severe La Niña winter brings major economic costs. Transportation shutdowns disrupt supply chains, costing billions in lost revenue. Energy prices spike as demand soars, straining household budgets and businesses. Retail and hospitality suffer as people stay home, while tourism takes a hit, except for ski resorts. Governments spend heavily on snow removal and emergency services. Insurance claims for weather damage skyrocket. Lost productivity from closures adds to the economic drain. This winter isn't just a weather event, it's an economic challenge for all of Europe. La Niña is a powerful reminder of our planet's interconnected climate. A cooling in the Pacific can mean snow in Paris or Berlin, proof that weather is global, not local. Understanding these links is key to preparing for the future. This winter tests our resilience in an era of more extreme weather. Preparation isn't just for one season, it's about building a society ready for climate shocks. Knowledge empowers us to act, service the furnace, buy winter tires, check on neighbors. La Niña connects oceans, atmosphere, and our daily lives. As the snow falls, remember, it's the visible end of a process that began an ocean away. Respecting these connections is the best preparation of all.